Hi all, I'd like to share with you what I would call a candidate tactical epiphany. I'm not entirely sure if I'm on the right track with this one. Perhaps you could give me feedback in the comments. You might find it useful. I mentioned this tactical kind of epiphany as part of an answer actually recently on Quora. I'm Tryfon Gavriel on Quora if you want to check me out there. So someone asked, how many tactic puzzles should a 1600 rated player do per week or day, to improve? And I mentioned, my favourite form of coaching at the moment, I'm a coach at Lead Chess, and my favourite form of coaching is to kind of see the philosophical points of each tactical puzzle. And there was one session I had recently where I put two things together. I don't usually sort of link together, actually. The two concepts I put together was one of tempo gaining and the other of pinning opponents' pieces. And I thought, hold on a sec. When you gain tempos, and here is an example, actually, that I put. If you look at this position, it was from a game of British Grandmaster Mark Hebden, a really brilliant player, really fantastic results on the UK tournament circuits. Really accomplished. Anyway, he was playing white here, and it looks as though there's nothing really going on for white, particularly nothing spectacular. But in fact, there does exist something. I won't say here. Maybe go to Quora to see the answers at the bottom. Hopefully, I won't show you the answers. They're at the bottom of this Quora answer. I'll put that link to this in the description of this video. Anyway, the point I want to make is that when you gain tempo, it's clearly a very important part of solving many puzzles and problems, gaining tempo. You gain moves. Literally, if you look it up on Wiki, it says it's like gaining a move when you gain a tempo. And here, there's a key way of white to gain tempos, which is actually quite crushing, it happens, in this particular configuration. Anyway, later on in this same puzzle session, coincidentally, or rather, actually it was earlier, there was an example puzzle here, black to play and win, which involves pinning pieces initially. That's the kind of clue. You pin pieces, and I sort of indicated, when you pin pieces, it's like you're removing opponents' moves, yeah. So on the one hand, now let's link these two concepts. You might not, please tell me if you have linked them to these two together before explicitly. When you gain tempo, you gain moves. And when you kind of pin pieces, you're sort of reducing the opponent's moves. So in both cases, you're making it really kind of unfair for the opponent to be able to handle the situation. You're really creating a big advantage out of the position, either by gaining moves or reducing the opponent's moves. If you look at it like that, gaining tempo and pinning, if you look at it like that, I thought that's an interesting perspective to share. I don't know how many of you have really thought about tactics like this, but I got these points from these positions. You might, as I say, you might find this fascinating. Black to play and win here, which does involve pinning. Yeah. Anyway, I've mentioned the ideas there, and you might want to check this out on Quora. But let me know what you think. This idea that they're two kind of sides of the same coin: gaining tempo and pinning, gaining moves and the opponent losing moves. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. I've been meaning to do this video for weeks. It's been annoying me that I haven't mentioned this. I've got to start mentioning these ideas. They're just bubbling up to the surface. And now I've got another one as well to share. So I think this could be a series called Candidate Tactical Epiphanies. Okay. Check the description if you want to see the solutions for these two. And let me know about from the concept side what you think. Thanks very much.